Well, hello there. This is Bob Decker, tarot card reader and certified clinical hypnotist. Today's date, my friend, is the 29th of March of 2009. And as usual, I've drawn 3 tarot cards. The first one will represent the recent past. The second one will represent the present. And the third one will represent the near future. Let's take a look at the first card. The first card is one of my favorites. This is the Magus, also known as the Magician. Zoom in a little bit here. There you go. He's attributed to the planet Mercury. Now, Mercury is real important to us magicians. Mercury rules magic, it rules communication, it rules healing, it does all sorts of neat things. It also represents our desire, our need to be in touch with our inner strength, our inner powers, and truly express them. In other words, it's a process of getting in touch with our talents and really being able to make use of them. Now that's been important to us lately, okay? At least for yours truly. I've been working on developing a lot of my different skills, getting more and more creative and getting more in touch with my talents. And a lot of you might have felt the same way. You might find that in this time of trouble in the economy, you're forced to kind of like reevaluate who you are, look at what you can do, and maybe figure out some new ways of doing it. So that's where we've been at, and it's not a really bad space. As a matter of fact, it can be a very creative as well as challenging place to be. Now things have come to a head though. The second card is Saturn, the universe. And I'll zoom on this for you a little bit too. I'll do this slowly, I want to be nice. That is, back out just a little for you. Okay, good, good. There we go. Now Saturn, universe, represents things coming to a head in our lives. It's kind of like we're at the crux of the biscuit. We're right at that pivotal point where things are really poised to change. And because of the fact that we're right at that point, all we really have to do is just give them a little bit of a push, and they are going to change. And they're going to change for the better. These energies are kind of unsettling, but they're going to lead us in new directions. The third and final card is the 8 of Cups. Now the 8 of Cups, zoom on this again a little bit. There we go. 8 of Cups, very, very powerful card, very beautiful card. It does represent some very strong movement and change. Cups are attributed to the element of water, and water in turn gets attributed to our emotions, to our spirit, to our innermost selves, and our ability to find and follow our true life's course. Now, the Rider-Waite card, the Rider-Waite version of this card is very instructional. It shows a man walking away from 8 cups. There's nothing wrong with the cups, but he's leaving them. He's leaving them behind. He's going to go off into the mountains and go in a whole new direction. That's what he wants to do. So it's like we are going to push ourselves to a new level. We're going to be going up a notch. We're going to be going up to a new level. And that's going to challenge us. That's also going to help us. It's going to help us become all we can be. It's interesting to note the Magus Mercury. Mercury is attributed to, again, planet Mercury, Sphera Hod on the Tree of Life, and that in turn corresponds to the number 8. And here we have the 8 of Cups, and in a position where it's indicating movement and change. So it's like all this impetus that we built up in the past, and all this soul searching, and all this finding our inner talents, okay, it's gotten to that point of where we're going to go ahead and push forward. We may be manifesting some of this stuff now. Saturn tends to do that, but we're going to push beyond that. We're going to find ourselves going on up to the next level. So this time we're in right now is very challenging, but also has a lot of potential for a great deal of fulfillment. Well, friends, that's going to end my tarot blog for today, and my website is www.bobdecker.net. And you can also check out my blog with a podcast, www.bobstarot.com. All right, friends, I love you very much, and I hope you're enjoying your day, whatever you're doing. Bye-bye for now.